Hi there. I'm Daniel Lader with Lader CPA and Associates, and welcome to our ongoing series, Building a Successful Private Practice from Beginning to Infinity. And welcome everyone who's here for the first time. So, I told my therapist I feel like Ozzy Osbourne, a little confused, yelling about things no one understands. Then my accountant chimed in. Yeah, and your finances look topic is going to be on preparing for an IRS audit, what to know and how to get ready for one. Now, I know audits are scary, but that's no reason you don't have to be ready and prepared if one happens to you. So let's dive in and start talking about it. So, first off, how likely are you to experience an IRS audit? Well, the audit rates are generally pretty low. For individuals, they're usually less than 1%. Now, the odds of having an audit do go up if you have a small business or you are a high income earner. The audit rates will go up then. Now, some common triggers that will or some common audit triggers that you may encounter are things like unreported income, high deductions, or inconsistent data. So make sure you're doing your tax returns correctly and not getting into any funny stuff. Now, there's a few different types of IRS audits, and the ones you're going to see are either a correspondence audit, that's the most common. There's a good chance you've already had a correspondence audit, and that's all done by mail. It's usually requesting additional documents or clarification. Not too difficult. Another kind is the office audit. This is when you are required to go into the IRS office and meet face to face with an auditor. These are much more severe than your correspondence audit, so make sure you're going into it prepared. Another type, the third type of IRS audit, is the field audit. This is the kind you really don't want. This is when an IRS agent, an IRS auditor, will visit your place of business or your home and perform a very comprehensive audit. So, those are the three main kinds that you could expect. Now, you will always be notified. There are no surprise IRS audits. You will always be notified first by mail. Now, it's important to remember they won't email you, they won't call you or text you. Okay. It will always come through official mail with an IRS letterheaded notice. Now, this letter that you receive, it's going to tell you the type of audit and what is going to be reviewed. There won't be any surprises that you have to worry about. It will also include deadlines and schedules. You must pay attention to those deadlines and schedules. Missing any of those deadlines is really bad. Now, what can you expect during the process of an IRS audit? Well, there's a few things. First, the IRS is going to ask you for records to support specific transactions or specific items on your tax return. They might ask you to explain deductions or income or other business expenses. Now, the process can last weeks or months. It just depends on the complexity and the response time. So be prepared for a long project. Now, things you can do to prepare for an audit. First, stay calm. The rest will come after that. Uh, Also, or second, gather all of your relevant records, things like receipts, tracking logs, bank statements, your tax returns. Make sure your bookkeeping is up to date and available to you. Now, keep all communication with your IRS auditor professional and timely. You do not want to be rude to your IRS auditor. Bad, 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 bad. Also, consider hiring a tax professional to represent you, especially for those office and field audits. And the fifth thing for being prepared is don't volunteer extra information. Only provide the auditor exactly what they're asking for. Don't give them other stuff and lead them in another direction that potentially could open a can of worms. Stay on topic. Now, there's some final thoughts as well for the IRS audit process. First off, your best defense is good record keeping. Keep your QuickBooks or your Zero or whatever you're using, keep them up to date and reconciled. Make sure there's no weird stuff floating through them. That is your best defense. Second, know what your taxpayer rights are. Okay. The IRS will often notify you that you should learn what your taxpayer rights are prior to the start of the audit. That way you know what's available to you. Last, be organized and proactive, and this can make the audit process much smoother and much less stressful. Just work with your tax professional. They do have experience. They can help you get ready and be prepared. There's no reason an audit needs to take months when it could reasonably fit into a week's time frame. Now, if you have any questions about IRS audits or other topics, feel free to ask. You can comment on this video, DM me directly. Happy to answer those questions when I've got the time. Also, if you would like to schedule a free 30-minute call with someone at my firm to go over your business and tax strategies and what our services are, feel free to DM me and we'll send you a free discovery call link that you can just schedule up for your own convenience. Remember, follow and subscribe for all future follow and subscribe for all future events like this one or any tax tips we're offering out there. And visit our website, latercpa.com. Now, I will see you all on the next video. Have a great weekend and remember to keep helping others to help themselves. Bye-bye.